You guys, shit's fine. Enough said. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan, and today I'm going to be doing my beauty review of the Fenty Beauty line. As we all know, Rihanna dropped a huge bomb on us in the beauty community, and she released her line in Sephora. And like everyone else, I was super excited for this drop. She had been hinting at it on her social media page for a while now. It almost feels like a year, honestly. We are all just so excited. I did purchase a few things in the line to test out for you guys because I really wanted to give a huge in-depth review over the products. I love Rihanna. I love the message that she stands for. She's definitely the embodiment of girl power, so I definitely wanted to support my girl and buy a ton of her products. So yeah, if you are interested in this review, just keep on watching. And before we get onto the video, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become a gem today. And without further ado, let's get on to the review. So the Soft Matte Pro Filter Primer by Fenty Beauty is very moisturizing, and it has like a sticky base to it, but it also like smooths over your pores. To me, it is like the perfect combination of the Hangover RX primer and the Benefit Professional primer. Like those two together, if they were to have a baby, it would be the Fenty Beauty primer because it is matte, but it's still like moisturizing. It just gives you your face like that super silky velvety touch. I do have like some breakouts, so I definitely love this. I've been looking for a primer and I just could not find anything that was quite similar like it. So I'd say this primer is very unique because I haven't found anything or tried anything similar to this. So now we are going to go on with foundation. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty foundation, obviously in the shade 180. This is a Pro Filter foundation and it's supposed to be a soft matte foundation. I don't know if she's coming out with any other foundation finishes. Obviously Rihanna did come out with 40 shades, which is amazing. It is really close enough to suit a skin tone, which is really awesome. I did get my shade 180, which I did purchase this online, so if it does not match, it's because, you know, I couldn't choose like what shade I'd be. So as I am blending it with a beauty blender, this is my first time using the beauty blender to blend it out. I do like the finish of it more on this side of my face. I feel like it looks more like skin, and I feel like the foundation looks more like skin, whereas this one looks kind of slightly cakey. Not that bad though. This foundation is very matte, so it is not supposed to look dewy or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. I actually do really like matte foundations just because I have a very oily skin, so I feel like matte foundations suit me the best because I can use it for a long period of time and not have to worry about my foundation separating, which happens a lot in my T-zone. It is more like a medium coverage. Like right here I have this bruise on my nose and I'm having trouble covering that up with this foundation. So let's see if I just put on another layer. Maybe I'll try the brush this time just to get me more full coverage. So if you have very dry skin, you're not probably gonna like this foundation just because it does kind of suck the moisture out of your skin, or maybe you just really want to moisturize before you put this on because it is very dry. Other than that, I really have enjoyed wearing this foundation around. I feel like it lasts a very long time. So this is the layer of foundation. This side, again, I used a Real Techniques buffing brush on this side of my face just to buff it in, and then I used the Real Techniques beauty sponge on this side of my face. So just so you can kind of see the difference of each finish with a brush and then with a actual sponge. So I am back, and now we are going to try the highlighters in the collection. I picked up a matchstick in the shade Starstruck. This is super pretty, like taupey shade. Like if I pat, I feel like it just lifts the product with a sponge, so I feel like your finger is like the best way to go. So keep that in mind. You really do want to tap this out and blend it out, or if not, it'll look like a streak on your face, because when I first got these, I did not blend as well as I could have, and so I did have like 2 streaks. So just letting you know that. And also, this is not the similar formula like the Benefit What's Up highlighting stick. It is very different. This one's a lot stiffer. It is more of a powder texture, which I like because I feel like it doesn't move around my foundation, which is really crazy. But one thing I did notice about this stick is if you're swiping it, it kind of is loose. Like, I guess it's so stiff, the formula is so stiff that it kind of makes the product wobble, which is really like scary to me. Like, is it gonna break? So just keep that in mind. However, it is super blinding, as you can see. So pretty. Alright guys, so now for the next highlight, I'm going to be using one of the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighters in the shade Mean Money and Hustler Baby. So I am going to be using the shade Hustler Baby on this side right here. This one is the more intense, glowy highlight that I like to use. I like a blinding highlight, which I'll just go ahead and say it. This one right here, Mean Money, I'm not a fan of. It's so like bland, boring. Like, I don't like it at all. It has the weirdest texture to it too. Like, I don't know, I don't like that one. But this shade right here is amazing. It is stunning. So let me go ahead and dust that on my cheekbone. I am using the Real Techniques contour brush to highlight today because I like this brush. So let's go. Like, holy shit, do you guys see that right now? This layered on top of this right here is so freaking blinding. Like, I love this combination together. Like, look at that, you guys. Freaking obsessed. I love this shade of highlight. It is so unique to me. I don't have anything similar to it in my collection. A lot of people were comparing it to Champagne Pop, which I can see why. Like, in the pan it does look a little similar to Champagne Pop, but this has almost like a stronger yellow undertone, which I don't really go for or like. But on this, it just looks so beautiful. And sitting on top of this really does intensify the shade. As to if I were to use this self, I'll just go ahead and like swatch it for you guys really quick. But on top of the matchstick in Starstruck, it is just so pretty. I love it so much. To me, this is so worth the money. Like I said, this is in the shade Mean Money and Hustler Baby. The only negative thing I can say about it is that this shade right here, it's kind of just like a waste of space because I'm never gonna use this shade. I know, like, I love the concept behind it, like a more subtle highlight and then a more intense highlight for like going out and stuff, but this one is just like doesn't even appear on my skin. Like, I'll show you. I'll grab another clean one. And it's like, it's almost like a different texture. Like, I don't know. So like if I put it like right here, it's really like nothing on there. It might not be worth it to some of you to spend $39 or $34 for the Hustler Baby shade. I wish they would have like had 2 really blinding highlights. Like, all of the other duos have like a really soft, less pigmented highlighter, and the other one is like really blinding like this one. I wish like they had blinding sets, like this was blinding and this one was like the Fire Crystal one or something. That way it'd have like really 2 different blinding as highlight shades. Like, that'd be really dope. I am here for it if she does that, but it's kind of just hard, like I said, to spend that much money when you're going to be using half of the product. So that's just the only bummer with this, but honestly it's so pretty. I love it so much. Alright guys, so the last thing that I bought from the Fenty Beauty collection is the Fenty Beauty Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb. So this is the Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb Lip Gloss. That is such a mouthful. But as you can see, it is just a very clear pinky gloss. It almost has no color once you swipe it on the lip. It's just very sheer. I will say that it is a very pretty glow. Like, I do like the idea of it, how it suits every skin tone and all that kind of thing. But if you are not that big of a fan of lip gloss, you might just want to pass on this. In my personal opinion, I'm not that big of a fan of lip gloss just because I always wear my hair down, and I don't want like I don't like when my hair sticks to my lips, so that's why I kind of avoid lip gloss. But I know there's some people that are obsessed with lip gloss and they love it. And if you are a fan of lip gloss, I would say definitely pick it up because it is such a nice, rich, moisturizing formula. It is nothing like the MAC ones or the Anastasia lip glosses. It is really like cream. It's like not even creamy. Like, it's a little sticky. Like, you can definitely feel it on there, but it's such almost like a moisturizing formula. It feels like you have a very thick lip balm on, if that makes sense. But yeah, it is really comfortable. I have worn this to work and it is really comfortable. It does last quite a while, I would say, because I remember I even ate breakfast with this on just to see like the lasting power, and it was still on there after eating a bowl of oatmeal. So that's really nice. So yeah, that is my opinion on the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. Also, like, look at the packaging. It is so beautiful. How dope if her packaging was like this cool rose gold. Like, if this was like the rose gold, like, that'd be so dope. But I do like this new packaging. It is kind of similar like the Kim K packaging, but you know, it's slightly different. It has that hexagon shape. So that sums it up for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I was so excited to film this, but I did want to use all of the products individually and just see how they worked out before making like a first impressions and like getting in the hype and saying I loved everything. Even though most of the products I do really like and enjoy, there's just a few that are kind of like, you might want to try them out before you buy them and make the full commitment, since it is Sephora pricing. And if you are new to my channel, just make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like videos like these. I try to post every week, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye guys.